Okay, I am going to get right into how I dye, or I guess tint, my eyebrows and my eyelashes. I've only just recently started doing my eyelashes, but I have been dyeing my eyebrows for a while now. I used to use men's beard dye, and then someone suggested using an eyelash tint on my eyelashes, so I found this one off of Amazon. This is 14 bucks on Amazon. I have always just been more of a do-it-yourself versus going to get, like, you know, obviously there's professionals out there that do it. I am not a professional. I enjoy doing stuff like this myself. I always have. I dye my own hair, I cut my own hair, so this is no different. This is light brown. Yeah, 14 bucks on Amazon. They also have, this is the color base. There is also a developer that you can buy as well. Today I am using the color developer that came in the men's beard dye that I used to use. So instead of throwing it out, I'm just using it with this. Basically, when I was reading up on it, you can also use hydrogen peroxide. I think the color developer that they tell you to buy with this is just a fancier hydrogen peroxide. So you are going to do the exact same amount of both of these. So if you were using the hydrogen peroxide, you just squeeze, I mean, you can even measure it out with like half a teaspoon of this, half a teaspoon of the peroxide, stir it together, and then I wait a couple seconds, and then I will do my eyebrows first, and then I will tint my eyelashes as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this together and get going. So basically what I do is I go, and I'm getting it on my skin. It doesn't really dye my skin, but I have seen where it will dye your skin, so just be cautious. Okay, so basically I go up with it, then I go down with it, and then I'll take a little glob and I will put it in the middle. So I'm gonna do this in the mirror so I can get it more precise. So it's gonna look a little crazy. If I can, I will go and kind of clean up just slightly around. And I'm gonna go do the other eyebrow really quick before this gets too dark. All right, so I am going to wipe off right here and just see, okay, so that's pretty, yeah, I would say that's pretty good. I mean, I really don't leave it on for very long though, because I don't want it dyes it pretty quick, at least on my super light eyebrows. So you just kind of got to test it and get a feel for how long to leave it on. It just takes my whole eyebrow off. And then what I do lastly is I take a little wash rag with a little bit of soap, and I will just kind of rub and go over my eyebrows. And you can always go back and just do, you know, like sometimes this half of my eyebrow is not dyed, or up here is not dyed fully, and I will take a little bit of dye, just touch up, leave it on for a second, wipe it off. You can kind of play with it a little bit. It does look slightly darker in the camera. It doesn't look as dark in person, but it's better than what I got. I don't know if everybody's does this, or if it's because my eyebrows are so blonde that the blonde takes to the dye super quick, but as you saw, I only leave the dye on. I will do this eye, and then I'll do the other eyebrow, and then a couple 15 seconds later, I'll start to wipe it off. So it's very quick. So just remember, you would rather wipe it off and have to touch it up than leave it on and have it too dark. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and use the rest of that dye to tint my eyelashes. So I'm gonna take that little spoolie thing, I don't know what it's called. I want to say this really quick before I dye my eyelashes, tint my eyelashes. I am confident and comfortable enough to put it straight on my eyelashes and not have to worry about it getting in my eyes, not put anything down. That's what I'm going to do. They do make these, it's almost, I think it's like a sticker that you can put underneath your eye, and then you close your eye and you brush the dye going down, and that's how you put it on. I'm sure there's other videos on it too, different ways to do it. This is just the way that I like doing it. For my eyelashes, I put it on for probably closer to 10 minutes. And this I could probably do See, I have eyelashes. They're just super blonde and non-existent looking. It has been 10 minutes later. I am going to take toilet paper. You can kind of see how dark my eyelashes are. I take toilet paper. You can also use a paper towel. I fold it, and then I'm basically going to like pinch and pull slightly to get the dye. The first time I did this, and you can kind of see how like the dye's on here, and I got the dye in my hair, so I had like a little brown spot in my hair. Figures, right? So I'm just gonna keep doing that and pull, carefully pull. And then same thing, I take a paper towel, and then I take a wet wash rag, and I will just kind of wipe around my eye. I'm gonna kind of rub a little bit on my lashes just to get all the dye off. And then once I think I got pretty much all the dye off, I will rub them. Okay, so now that I have all of the dye rubbed off of my eyelashes, you can kind of see how dark my eyebrows are, but also how dark my eyelashes are. Kind of there, you can see it a little bit better. It makes me feel better. I don't feel so washed out because I have more red tones to my skin. I'm super pale. And so on top of that, having super blonde eyelashes and eyebrows, I always feel so washed out. So being able to throw some dye on my eyebrows and my eyelashes just makes me feel better. I guess that's why I do it. There is one more thing that I wanted to show you super quick. If it does happen to where you dye your eyebrows and it's a little dark, especially if you have super blonde eyebrows and they get dyed a little too dark, which that happened this time. It's just a little too dark for my taste. It happens a lot. I went ahead and got all of my makeup done. I filled in my eyebrows on the spots where they needed to be filled in. So my trick to lightening my eyebrows just a little bit is I take whatever powder you have. I use Mineral Wear. This is not what you have to use. This is just what I use all over my face after foundation. So I put it in a lid, and I just take one of these little brushes, take any brush, but I dip it in and tap it. And then I don't brush, but I push it in to my eyebrow. And it's also, I mean, obviously it's gonna blend into your skin too, so you don't have to worry about blending it, but it does fade your eyebrow slightly. And that is the trick that I use if my eyebrows have gotten dyed a little too dark. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me this morning. If you have any questions, I will try to answer them. Hopefully I explained it pretty well. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.